Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'll show you how you can get a verified Stripe account even if you are not a US resident. So what does the Stripe require from you in order to get your account verified? There are a few important things that you gonna need to provide them. The most important thing is the US SSN, which stands for Social Security Number. The problem is you can't obtain it unless you're a US citizen. But SSN can be replaced with EIN. Stripe allows it. EIN stands for Employer Identification Number. In order to obtain Employer Identification Number, you will need to form a US-based business entity. This can be a corporation or an LLC, which is the easiest. You can form an LLC in the United States even if you're not a US resident, and you don't need to visit the United States in order to do that. And I will just explain you how you can do it in a moment. The first thing, you need to get your LLC registered in the United States. You will need to have a registered agent. This is basically the only requirement that you need. Registered agent is a US person or some US business entity which is actually located in the United States. There are a few websites that offer this service for you. And this is completely legal, so don't be afraid. Now, I've been looking through different websites. I have seen this one. It says you can incorporate in Delaware. As you can see, here is the non-US in the nav bar here. Here's the LLC and the corporation. Here's another site that allows you to form an LLC in the United States, basically in the state of Delaware. The state of Delaware is very popular as it offers some very cheap taxation system compared to other US states. And basically what you will need to pay obligatory is only the franchise tax, which is 300 USD after 1 year. After 1 year, you have formed your LLC in the United States. So here are two websites that you can use. I will just put the link into description so you can easily find it. Also, there's another website here. It's called DelawareInc.com, and I have chosen these guys as they are the cheapest compared to all the other options I found when I was looking for the registered agent service. If you guys know any cheaper option, you can just put a comment so everyone else would be able to find this information as well. So thanks in advance. So basically I will just go shortly through the entire process of your US-based LLC formation. As you can see, they got Form LLC button here. Let's go and check what they offer. Here you can see a form. Yes, important thing, you will need to have US phone number. Where can you get the US phone number? I've been trying out different services like SMS receive free, which is free for 29 days, and then it gets deleted. There is paid service like this one, receive SMS online. There's also some, well, actually there are a bunch of applications for Android. You can look in Play Market. But the problem is I've been trying each of these services as a US phone number, and none of them works for receiving an SMS, so they are basically useless. Then I realized you don't need SMS number. You will be okay with just a landline. And the best option for me I could find was to get a Skype number. Skype number is completely legal option, and you can get it for as cheap as 18 USD a month. I think it's like that. And basically it's not for a month, it's for 3 months. Yes, it's like 9 USD for months, but if you pay for 3 months in advance, it will be cheaper. So the advantage of Skype number is if you put it into Stripe, into details, there's another place where your US phone number is required. You will need to put it into your business settings in Stripe account. So you can put any US number here. It's not a number for the SMS. The Stripe will ask you for the mobile phone number later, so they can confirm, they can verify your phone number, your SMS phone number. But you can use your local SMS phone number for that. This is completely legal, and Stripe is okay with that. You can see phone verification as verified here. And as you can see, here is Kiev as a time zone. It's that means I've been registering my Stripe account from Ukraine. It's the place where I reside. So I used my local phone number for SMS verification in Stripe. That's okay. But anyways, you will need your US business phone number, and the best option is just get it from Skype. Okay, let's just go back to forming our LLC in the United States. So all you need to do, you will just need to fill in this short form. You will select a type of business entity here. LLC is selected by default, and it's the easiest option. You can get the information here if you click here. Here you can see the details, and you will need to choose a company name. You can basically just read this information here, and they explain everything here. So you fill in this form and you click save and continue. You will need to pay, let me check, compare prices. You will need to pay, let's check once again. Yes, so Harvard's green package is the cheapest option, so you will pay 179 USD. If I remember correctly, I have paid the same. They just changed the design a little bit, so I'm kind of lost here. And they include a registered agent for the first year, and also you will need to pay 50 USD again after 1 year, so it's like an annual fee for your registered agent. So it's 179 to form your LLC. It's very cheap, guys, really cheap. And after 5, basically I have received my documents of formation to my email address in about 5 or 6 days, if I remember it correctly. It was very fast. So yeah, let's assume you already have your LLC established. The next thing you're gonna need to do, well, basically the entire sense of forming an LLC was to make you able to receive the EIN number, Employer Identification Number. To get the Employer Identification Number, you can choose one of these two ways. And the first one is, it requires more work from you guys. You will need to go to irs.gov website. I will put this link in the description. This is basically the tax services of the United States, Internal Revenue Services. And if you go to the irs.gov, you can search for SS4 form here. As you can see, I have been searching for this already. Here you can see form SS4. You will need to download it and fill it in. After you have filled this form in, you will need to send it to IRS so they can process it and they will give you your EIN number. You will see it here. How can you send it to them? You can't use email for that. It's not allowed, and you cannot use a phone call. It was possible before, but when I called using my Skype phone number, when I called to the IRS, the operator online told me that if I am non-US resident, but I want to obtain the EIN for the US-based business entity, I will have to send them a fax. So basically, you fill this form in. They got all the instructions on their website. So if you just look here, you can find. You just search fill form SS4, and you see there's a detailed instructions page here. Just go through it. After that, you'll need to send the fax. What if you don't have a fax? You can find a web fax services. For example, this one, the one I have been using. They offer free 30 days trial. So you will just cancel the account, cancel the subscription once you have received the answer from the IRS. So it's basically free for you. Just don't forget to unsubscribe from them or use a credit card with not a huge amount of money. Otherwise, they will bill you monthly automatically, and you don't want this, I'm sure. So after you have received the EIN from the... Oh, guys, basically, I have forgot to mention you can actually use additional service from these guys. They will try to upsell it to you. They can obtain an EIN for you for 99 USD. And this is in case you don't want to mess with all these forms and send in the fax. You can just check the option to obtain the EIN during the sign up process here. So this is in case you got extra 99 USD, but otherwise you can just save them if you do all the job by yourself. So at this moment, let's assume you already have your LLC formed and you have received your EIN number. So what do you need to do next in order to get your Stripe account verified? The next thing you're gonna need to do is you need to sign up the Stripe account, but this is very easy. I'm not going to go through that. You're smart enough to do it without myself. But anyways, if you have some questions, please leave them in comments. So basically, when you have received your LLC and EIN information, all the documents, you just go sign up for Stripe account. You will fill all the business address information. The business address information is the address of your registered agent. So these guys will just email you this address. Trust them, they will email every single detail to you. Otherwise, I think they have live chat here. So let's get back to Stripe account. Let's assume you have signed up for Stripe, you have filled in all the business information. Next thing, you will need to verify your US bank account. The problem is you can't get US bank account unless you visit the United States. But there is a workaround for it. I will show you this in a moment. So you will need to go, I think it's here, I think it's in balance and settings. Yeah, if you go to your Stripe accounts dashboard and you go to balance and settings menu, you can see bank accounts section here. You will need to fill it in, and you can see I have already filled it with my own US bank account details. If I just click edit, you can see that you need a checking account and you need your routing number, account number, and you just need to confirm your account number. You need to select a country, United States. In this case, I cannot change it. Yeah, you can see all the information can be just filled in here, and you can get your bank account linked to your Stripe. So where do you get your US bank account? In order to do this, we are going to use the Payoneer. Payoneer is just a payment platform. It's same as Skrill or PayPal or any other. It's just for the internet payments. But why is it different from any other platforms? This is because it offers you a global payment service with United States bank credentials. So if you go here, you can see that you have checking account, you have account number, you have routing number, you have bank name, it's a United States bank, First Century Bank. And this account, as long as this account is checking account, you can use it for Stripe, because if you remember, they require checking account. So basically, that's it, guys. You just go do all these steps. I think I will also add some text description, as my English can be not really easy to understand, but I'm trying, guys. I'm trying, believe me. So yeah, there are some notifications you might receive from Stripe. This is regarding some tax information that they need from you. Basically, they need you to provide them with your EIN number. and we already have received it from the IRS. There is one important thing, guys. When you are going to fill your business settings, I don't remember exactly where now, but somewhere in these settings you will need to put, maybe let's try to go through the notifications. You can say it's the EIN number. Yeah, it's already here. But when you will be signing up for the Stripe account, you will need to provide the SSN number. And when you will be filling that form in, you just put the 4 zeros like that. Just let's go here. You just put 0000 instead of your SSN number. And there is a field to provide your EIN number. So you will just replace your SSN with EIN. And basically, from now on, you got your Stripe account verified. Until I forgot, there is another small detail that you need to pay attention to. You will need to have a US mailing address. This is the address that you're going to put into this form SS4. Let's check it here. There's form SS4, and you will need to put your mailing address here. This is the address where the IRS is going to send you the final confirmation of your EIN number. And you can use some online services like Mailbox USA. Let's just Google it. I don't remember the name of that site. As you can see, there's a bunch of those services. Get my US address. Basically, all these services, what do they provide? Let's go to pricing. They provide you, there are different countries available here. Basically, they provide you with your virtual mailbox address. That means they will scan your email that comes from IRS, and they will send it to you via email. I was not ready to mess with all these different providers, and I basically used the service of these guys, the same guys that formed an Llc for me. Let's just go to services here, and as you can see, where is it? I don't remember exactly now. They might have changed their design. Well, anyways, I'll just put a link into the description. I'm not just going to make this video too long, way too long, but you will also need a mailbox in the US. You will need to receive a few letters from the IRS. So I think that's it. That's it, guys. If you got any questions, leave them in comments. Once again, apologies for my poor English, but videos are something quite new for me, especially as I'm not a native speaker. So see you in the next video.